So guys, this is the end product. This is how our top looked like, and yeah, looking so beautiful and so elegant. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hope you're good, hope you're fine. I'm so excited to have you here. Please subscribe to my channel and let us hit 200 subscribers, and God bless you. I really love you. So I'm marking 2.5 on my paper from the top to the bottom of my paper. The reason for this is because I'm keeping it for my allowance for buttonhole and the buttons for my t-shirts. So mark your 2.5 from up to on the top to the bottom of your paper. I'm using a paper because my fabric is very stretchy and it's hard to manipulate. So I'm connecting my 2.5 from the top to the bottom with a ruler. Then I turned my paper to another side, to the other side, and then I came down with about half an inch. Please make sure you're following and we're going to land safely. So now I'm marking from there. Now from that half inch I took up there, I'm marking my shoulder allowance. I'm marking my shoulder, sorry. My shoulder I divided by 2, and then I came down with 1 inch for shoulder slope, and now I'm taking my neckline, which is 3 by 3. My neck measurement is 3 by 3. Please do not come down from 3 and do not extend that 3. So guys, hope you've been following me from the beginning up to this point. If you have any question, feel free to ask me in the comment section. So I'm marking my shoulder now to my bust line, and then my half length I'm marking them, which is 11 my shoulder to my bust and 17 my half length. So please follow, and if you don't understand anything, please do ask me in the comment section. So I'm marking them in different places so I can connect properly with a ruler, so that I'll get a straight point. So now I'm connecting the lines. So after connecting these lines, I'm going to mark my armhole measurement, which is 9 inch. I'm using 9 inch. The way I get my own is, if a person is on a bigger size, I use 9 inch. If the person is on a smaller size, I use 8 inch. But people have their different ways of doing it. Some go with bust measurement divided by 6 and adding 2 inches. Some come up from the bust line by 2 inch, which is still similar to this. So anyhow you do it, whatever your method is fine. So now I just did my shoulder slope, and now I'm connecting my neckline, the 3 by 3. I'm connecting it. I'm trying to connect it neatly. So now after doing that, I'm going to start marking. So my bust I divided by 4 is a free top. I divided by 4, and then I added about 2 inch to it. Then the same thing with my round under bust, and now at the end of the paper I'm using my bust measurement divided by 4 plus my hip measurement, strike that out, my hip measurement divided by 4, and then I'm going to connect all the lines. Why I use my hip measurement is because this top is a long top and to extend down to the hip part, and I don't want it to be tight. So now I connect all my lines together. Hope you're following, and I said you can feel free to leave your questions at the comment section. So guys, I'm marking half of our shoulder, which is 4.5, half of our armhole, and then I'm coming in from half of the armhole measurement, which is 4.5. I'm coming in with half inch, and then when I come in with half inch, I'm going to connect it with my curve ruler. I'm going to connect it. Please make sure you are following. Please, at this point, if you have not subscribed, if you have not liked our videos, please do share, like, and subscribe, and God bless you. Thank you so much. I'm happy to have you here. So guys, the next thing is to cut out what we have already drafted. So guys, at this point I realized that I forgot something. So I'm going to come down with 1 inch. I'm going to explain to you why. I'll come down from that shoulder slope, from the end of that place. I'll come down 1 inch. I'll come down from the other place with 1 inch. You know why? For guys, their tops, normally their shoulder line comes a bit forward. So I'm going to connect those lines, that 1 inch for the shoulder. So whatever I'm taking from that 1 inch, I'm going to add it to the back. So just follow me, you would understand what I'm doing eventually. So I continue cutting out the remaining part as I've corrected my mistake. Now watch something I'm about to do here. I'm going to fold that 2.5 inside. Please do not forget. That's why I did not finish cutting from that place. I'm going to fold in that 2.5 inch neatly before I cut. So make sure you fold in the line neatly before you cut that place out. Now you see, as I folded it in now, I'll cut it out. So when I open it, you see the shape it will give me. Please fold in your 2.5 in. Now I'm cutting out my 1 inch from the neckline, from the shoulder line, sorry. So now I'm going to be labeling. This is my bust line, my half length, my full length. Sorry, our full length we use for this is 26 inches. And then this is my button allowance. Thank you for watching this far with me. The next thing is we're cutting the back of our t-shirt. So remember that I folded in the button allowance. Please, I folded in the button allowance. So the back bodice is very similar to the front bodice. The only difference is the neckline depth, and then there's no button allowance on it. So I'm marking out some line. Please notice I'm marking 2 inches above. I'm marking 2 inches straight line up. In the front we marked ½ inch upwards, but in the back bodies I'm cutting for this, I'm marking 2 inches above, and from that 2 inches, that's where I'm going to place my paper. From under that 2 inches, please stay with me, you will know why very soon. So now I'm marking my start point. I'm marking the point of my neckline. I've marked the point of my neckline. I'm going to mark the point of my bust line. I'm going to mark the point of my shoulders. So please follow with me carefully. I'm marking the point of my bust line. I'm starring them because I said it's the same. The only difference is the neckline, and then besides the neckline, the button allowance. Thank you guys for coming this far with me. So I marked out all the points so that I can easily transfer them to this place without doing all those plenty measurements. So I'm going to draw a straight line. Remember, that's our shoulder line. There's our bust line. I'm drawing them back out straightly. Then after that I'm drawing our half length line. If you look, you see the star there. I'm going to draw out that line. Remember, on a straight line, draw it out. Then I'm going to come up. I'm going to come up now, and I think I was trying to confirm. I'm confirming to ensure that I'm getting the same thing. Yes, so now I'm not connecting those lines back just as it was in the front, connecting them back. So guys, I'm marking out our armhole measurements, and then I'm coming down our shoulder slope. So after doing that, I'm going to use my tape, and I'll come down at that neckline by 1 inch. Please let it not exceed 1 inch. 1 inch by 3 inch. Please, it should not exceed 1 or 1.5, so that it will not be too deep and your collar looking funny. So even if it's turtleneck, please do not come down at the back. So after that, I'm going to take my armhole curve, and then I'm going to bring my French curve and connect the armhole. If you notice, I did not come down by 4.5, neither did I go in by half inch because we don't have that common like stuff in the hand at the back. So now I'm going to replace that 1 inch. That 1 inch that I took from the front, I'm replacing it. If you notice, I'm adding it back. I just notice how I do it. I'm connecting them with the curve ruler, connecting them neatly. So I'm using a straight ruler to connect the line. Remember this line, we cut it off from the front, and now we are replacing it. So we're replacing it now with armhole curve. Please connect it properly. Make sure it's curvy. Just try and look at how it looks there. I'm highlighting it. Try and notice how it looks. If you have any question, please drop it on the comment section and your question will be answered. Now we have our front and our back block. Labeling it back. And then just watch and see what I'm doing now. See the way I'm folding it. So this is how it's going to look. The way I'm folding it towards the front, this is how it's going to look when we join it. Thank you so much for coming this far. I really do appreciate. God bless you. So sorry guys, at this point I discovered that part of this video is missing, so just please relax and I'll explain. So I'm adding half-inch sewing allowance to the top of this. That's to the neckline. From that button allowance down to the neckline, down to the shoulder line, I'm adding half-inch sewing allowance to the top, and I'm also adding to the down. But I'm not adding any allowance to the side because we already added the allowance we need to the side. If you notice, I'm drawing it out with a biro so that it will be visible, because this fabric is hard to draw with a chalk. It's going to be stretching out. So please follow me. I can even barely achieve a straight line because the fabric is dancing. So I added to the topper part this half-inch sewing allowance, and I'm going to add it to the bottom of the fabric as well. Okay, so now see the bottom of the fabric. I added half-inch allowance. Thank you so much. God bless you for coming this far with me. So guys, now we are done cutting the front, and it looks like this. Make sure it looks like this. Okay, so next we're going to be cutting the back. So I'm basically doing the same thing I did for the front to the back. I'm adding the half-inch allowance to the top and half-inch allowance to the down. Please do not forget. If you forget, that's going to be a very gruesome mistake, so please do not forget. And after you've done that, you can go ahead and cut your fabric. After doing that, I went ahead to cut mine as well. So guys, after then I went ahead to cut my sleeve. If you don't know how to cut sleeve and you're interested in learning, can drop that in the comment section, and I will go ahead and give a detailed tutorial on how to cut sleeve. Thank you so much. Guys, remember when you're cutting your sleeve, add enough allowance, because this is not a fitted t-shirt. It's a free body t-shirt, so please add at least 2 inches or 1 inch allowance. So I started joining. You can go to the table and fold your button allowance first and match on it if you prefer that, but me, I started joining the two sides of joining the front and the back before I went ahead to do that. And before I did that, I joined the shoulder first of all, then I joined the two sides, Then I took it to the table to press neatly. Please take note that in tailoring, ironing is very, very important. It's very important to press your clothes to make it look very, very neat. So guys, when I was done, I went ahead to fold in our button allowance. Please remember we kept 2.5 inch, but from that 2.5 I'm folding in 1.5 inch, and I'm using 1/2 inch to fold in the rough edges, so our fold will just be a total of 1 inch. See guys, this fabric is difficult. It's just drawing and drawing and drawing. It is well sharp. Then I take it to my machine to stop stitch it. Thank you so much guys for coming this far with me. I really do appreciate you. God bless you. Please remember to subscribe and to like and to share, and thank you. So next I'm folding in our sleeve allowance. I had like 2 inches allowance on the sleeve, so I'm folding it in. Guys, when I was done, I went ahead to stitch over the fold neatly and carefully, just like so. After doing this, we're going to measure our neck, the round our neck. We're going to pass a tape around our neck from the front to the back down to the other end of the front, and we got 19 inches. This is important for getting our collar. This is important, so important for our collar. So for our collar, we're going to divide our 19 by 2. And we're going to get 9.5, and I'm going to mark it down at the edge of the paper, just like so. And then I'm going to come up by that edge by 1/2 inches, just like so. And I'm going to mark the middle of 9.5. I'm going to fold my tape, divide that 9.5 again to 2, and then I'll mark it. See what it gave me there, almost 4.7, and then I'm going to mark it. Then I'm going to use my curved ruler to connect it, all the points together neatly, just like that. Make sure the points are all touching each other. So after I've done that, I'm now going to start marking the length of my collar stand, which is 1 inch. So what I'm marking now is my collar stand. What I'm drafting is my collar stand. After then I'll go ahead to draft the upper part of my collar. So just to see, I'm taking my tape round. I'm marking the 1 inch of my collar stand round. So just do it like that. Follow accordingly. And then use your curved ruler to connect it neatly. So when you're done connecting, just follow what I'm doing now. Follow it accordingly. So I'm coming in by 1/2 inch from the top of that place, and I'm doing a curve to meet that 1/2 inch. Please follow, and we'll land safely. Hope you have your understanding from the beginning to this side. If you don't understand anything, please do well by dropping your questions in the comment section, and I will answer it. So I'm drawing the next line. This straight line I'm drawing now is for our collar, the main collar. So I'm going to still mark the 9.5, and then I'm going to mark the length of our collar, the upper part of our collar. I'm using 2.5. I'm going to mark 2.5 all through. And when I'm done, I'm going to connect the lines. And then I'll come in from that downside by 1 inch, and then I'm going to connect it with our ruler. You know that shape that collar used to have, that standard shape at the edge. And I'm going to get ours. So now we'll still go at that other end, we'll come up by 1/2 inch. Just follow, try and look at what I'm doing, and then I'm going to use my curve ruler to connect it just like so. So I'm connecting it just like so to the line. So the other edge, we took half at the down collar stand, and then this other edge we're taking half at the other end of the collar stand. And remember, imagine this, your fabric is folded. This our paper, imagine it's folded, although I didn't fold it, but imagine it's folded. Because when I'm cutting it on the main fabric, I'm going to fold it and then add half inch round for our sewing allowance. Half inch round for our sewing allowance. Please do not forget. Cutting it out, this is what we get. This is our collar and our collar stand. I'm going to transfer it to the main fabric. Because of the length of this video, I'm going to just have to speed up the process, but please, I'm going to, if you want, I'm going to put down the full video of how I cut this down and how I fixed the collar. If you want, tell me in the comment section, and I'm going to do that. So now I went ahead to stitch my collar. Notice there's half inch round. At this point, I made a mistake and I had to even lose all these things because I was joining the collar in the wrong direction. Like I said, I'm going to drop a video for how I made the collar, a full video, so that this video will not be too lengthy. Please notice how I'm folding the half inch allowance in. I'm top stitching and folding the half inch allowance in. That's how you're going to do it to the collar. So guys, when I was done, this is what it looks like. That's how beautiful it is. I have the description for how I made the shorts in my bio. Thank you so much and God bless you.